I hope you're all well. Today I want to talk about what we inherit, and I've just done a video on my other page, which is about couples and family relationships, but I wanted to talk specifically about mental health as well. And it's a really interesting question. I don't have a yes or a no answer because the scientists, the people that are at the front of the research, they don't have a definitive answer on this. There are some conditions that make it possible that you are more likely to suffer with mental health problems if your parent or grandparent has. But again, there is no 100% guarantee. There's no 100% right or wrong on whether this happens, because we all are made up. When we are conceived, when the egg is created and it divides and becomes a baby fetus, all of the genetic makeup from both parents, grandparents, our species line, everything all goes in and is randomly jumbled around. And so a lot of things are decided in that moment, and there's no rhyme or reason to that. There are certain things that we can, like our genes, we know about how genetics work. We know how dominant and recessive genes work, but we still couldn't guarantee if I got pregnant today, no doctor will be able to tell me 100% what my baby's going to look like, what sex it's going to be, all of those sorts of things, because it is pot luck. Obviously, we're venturing into the world where designer babies and all that, but I'm not going to talk about that. But with regard to like your mental health, conditions that are part of your brain chemistry, obviously, there is a possibility that can be passed down through your genes. It may happen, it may not happen. But then on top of that, you have your social and environmental factors which play into this. So yes, you might have some genetic predisposition to have a mental health condition, but if you are raised in a nurturing environment where you are given positive self-regard, your confidence is boosted, you are loved, you are shown loads of affection, you are believed to be this great person, you'll build up your resilience, you've had lots of wonderful experiences throughout childhood, through school, everything's brilliant, those genes might not kick in. It is perfectly possible that you could go through your entire life not experiencing any mental health problems because as a child and as you grew up, your social and environmental factors kind of counteracted. They tip the balance in the favour of not having mental health problems. On the flip side, you may have no genetic predisposition to have a mental health condition. There may be no mental health in your family history whatsoever, but you might have a horrible childhood. You might suffer from neglect. You may be abused. You may be bullied at school. You may end up in the foster system. Lots of things could go wrong. And those traumas can actually affect your brain development, resulting in you having a mental health condition. So the answer to there is mental health inherited is we don't know. It possibly can be. Equally, it can't be. There's so many different factors at play. I would love to know your experiences. Do you believe that you have inherited your actually one other thing I just wanted to say on that is the other thing about it is when we say inherited, we do mean the genetic side of it, because what sometimes happens is we don't have any genetic predisposition, but if we're raised by a parent with mental health problems, we learn how to behave from them. So it may be that we don't have a mental health condition, we've just learned how to behave from someone with a mental health condition. So then we're diagnosed with a mental health condition, or even our brain chemistry changes because of those behaviours. So it's very complex. So anyway, like I say, ultimately the answer is we don't know. There isn't a yes or a no or a definitive answer for this, but I would love to know your experiences. Do you feel that you have inherited? Do you think that genes have played a part in your mental health condition? Or do you think it's totally down to your environment, or like I say, is it a bit of both? I'd love to hear from you, but take care everyone. Bye bye.